All right, listen up. This is huge. If you've got student loans, especially if you're close to getting them forgiven, you need to hear this. The government just pulled the rug out from under millions of you, and it's a massive deal. Student loan forgiveness under the Income-Based Payment Plan, or IBR, has been suddenly frozen. This isn't some rumor. The Department of Education quietly confirmed it. They're saying it's for system updates, but they're not giving anyone a real timeline. We're talking about people who have made payments for 2 decades or more, expecting their loans to be disappear, and now, nothing, just more bills. I'll tell you exactly what you can do about it at the end of this video, so stick around. For years, the IBR plan was a lifeline for millions of Americans. It lets you pay back your federal student loans based on what you actually earn, not some fixed amount that could break your budget. Your payments are recalculated every year based on your income and how many people are in your family. The biggest promise? After 20 or 25 years of making those payments, depending on when you first took out your loan, any leftover balance was supposed to be completely forgiven. Specifically, if you borrowed before July 1st, 2014, your loans were supposed to be wiped clean after 25 years of payments. If you borrowed on or after that date, it was 20 years. But for the couple million borrowers in IBR, that promise has vanished. Some of you were expecting your loans to be gone months ago, as early as mid-2024, and are still getting bills with no explanation until recently. The Department of Education has suspended this forgiveness, leaving people who have made payments for decades just waiting in limbo. They issued updated guidance confirming this pause, but gave no timeline for when it will start again. This is a huge deal for the more than 2 million people currently in the IBR plan, many of whom are getting close to that forgiveness finish line. This suspension just completely guts your financial planning and messes with your life. You're stuck in limbo, and your loans could still be piling up interest even if you've already hit your forgiveness milestone. This entire situation completely destroys trust in the federal student loan system. If the government can just stop a program created by Congress without a court order, what other promises might they break? I'll tell you the real reason why it's not just system updates coming up next. The craziest part? There is no court order telling the Department of Education to do this for IBR. Other student payment plans like SAVE, ICR, and PAYE got blocked by federal courts after lawsuits. Those plans were created through government rules, not directly by Congress, so courts questioned their legal standing. But IBR? Congress itself created IBR, writing loan forgiveness directly into the law. Federal courts have even said IBR is different because it has this direct congressional approval. So why is the Department of Education stopping it? They're just calling it system updates. This excuse is thin, especially since no court told them to stop IBR forgiveness. Some former education officials even hinted that the current administration might be breaking the law by blocking IBR debt relief, suggesting that this kind of delay could happen across all loan forgiveness programs, even the ones not challenged in court. Critics are pointing fingers at bureaucratic mismanagement and a political shift. The Department of Education said they stopped SAVE, PAYE, and ICR because Congress didn't create them. But they also said they could process IBR forgiveness because Congress did create it. Then they turned around and froze IBR forgiveness anyway. It's baffling. They're even telling borrowers on the blocked SAVE plan to switch to IBR to keep making progress toward forgiveness. But then they turn around and freeze IBR forgiveness. This is confusing, frustrating, and it completely messes with your financial planning. You're stuck in limbo, and your loans could still be piling up interest even if you've already hit your forgiveness milestone. This uncertainty is causing major stress for millions of borrowers, leading to more loan defaults and lower credit scores across the country. To make things even more complicated, President Trump recently signed something called the Big Beautiful Bill. This bill is going to completely change the student loan system. It's getting rid of SAVE, PAYE, and ICR entirely. A new plan called the Repayment Assistance Plan, or RAP, is coming in. Under RAP, you won't see forgiveness for 30 years for new borrowers. This new plan is set to be available in July 2026. It will base your payments on your total income minus about $50 toward dependent, and will still require a minimum payment even for very low income borrowers. But it will waive interest that your payment doesn't cover and reduce your principal if payments aren't enough. But here's the kicker. If you're already in IBR, you get to stay in IBR and keep your 20 or 25-year forgiveness timeline. New borrowers, though, won't be able to sign up for IBR once WRAP is available. They'll only have access to the standard payment plan or WRAP. So they're expanding IBR access with one hand while pausing its forgiveness with the other. Also, some good news from this bill: special parent loans called Parent Plus loans that were combined can now use the IBR plan for repayment. And an old rule that made it hard for some people to get into IBR, called the income struggle rule, is being removed. So more people can enroll in IBR even as its forgiveness is frozen. This is a mess, right? And to add insult to injury, interest charges are starting up again in August 2025 for millions of borrowers who are on the SAVE plan and have their payments paused by a court order. The Department of Education even reminded those borrowers that they aren't making progress toward forgiveness under SAVE and should think about switching to IBR. But what good is that when IBR forgiveness is halted? This whole situation completely destroys trust in the federal student loan system. It raises serious questions. If the department can just stop a program created by Congress without a court order, what other promises might they break? This uncertainty is causing major stress for millions of borrowers, leading to more loan defaults and lower credit scores across the country. This whole situation completely destroys trust in the federal student loan system. It raises serious questions. If the department can just stop a program created by Congress without a court order, what other promises might they break? This uncertainty is causing major stress for millions of borrowers, leading to more loan defaults and lower credit scores across the country. There are already over 1.5 million loan forgiveness applications piling up, just waiting to be processed. Here's what you need to do to protect yourself right now. 1. Keep making payments. Yes, I know it's infuriating, but continue making your required monthly payments. Missing payments could actually reset your forgiveness clock or create even bigger problems later. If you pay more than you should have, these extra payments should eventually be refunded once forgiveness starts again. 2. Document everything. Seriously, keep meticulous records of every payment, every confirmation, every piece of mail, and all correspondence from your loan company. You need proof. 3. Contact your loan company. Call your loan company, ask them to come to confirm how many payments you've made and what your expected forgiveness date is. Get this information in writing. If they say you should have gotten forgiveness, demand they escalate your case and give you updates on this system pause. Be prepared for long waits and overwhelmed call centers. 4. File a complaint. If you hit your forgiveness date and nothing happened, file a complaint with the Federal Student Loan Ombudsman, which is like the government student loan complaint office. While they can't magically lift the pause, creating an official record of your situation is critical and might help speed things up later. 5. Call your congressperson. Since Congress created IBR, your elected representatives might be very interested in why the Department of Education is stopping a program they designed. Putting pressure on them could force answers and a timeline. 6. Consider a temporary payment pause with caution. You can ask your loan company for a temporary pause on payments called a forbearance. But be warned, interest will keep piling up on your loan balance during this time. It's a trade-off. No payments, but your total debt grows. 7. Stay in IBR if it works for you, especially since new borrowers won't be able to sign up for it once the new WRAP plan takes over. This whole situation is a test of your patience, but you are not alone. Advocacy groups are fighting for borrowers, pushing the Department of Education to explain themselves and restart forgiveness. The legal battles are ongoing and things could change. So remember, stay informed, stay organized, and keep pushing for the forgiveness you earned. If this video helped you understand this confusing mess, please like it. If you want more direct, no-nonsense financial updates like this, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss anything. Your financial future matters, and I'm here to help you navigate it. See you next